Welcome to Books in Brief, the channel that gives you quick and concise summaries of popular books. Whether you're short on time or just looking for a quick refresher, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's book summary. Treasure Island is a classic adventure novel by Robert Louis Stevenson, first published in 1883. It tells the thrilling story of young Jim Hawkins, who embarks on a dangerous voyage in search of a buried treasure. The novel is filled with pirates, mutiny, and treacherous twists, making it one of the most famous adventure tales ever written. The story begins at the Admiral Benbow Inn, a seaside tavern run by young Jim Hawkins and his parents. One day, a rough and mysterious old sailor named Billy Bones arrives, carrying a sea chest and a dark secret. He warns Jim to watch for a one-legged pirate and seems to live in constant fear. Soon, Jim learns that Billy Bones was once part of the infamous crew of Captain Flint, a ruthless pirate who hid a vast treasure before his death. One day, Billy receives the dreaded Black Spot, a pirate's death warning, and soon after, he dies of a stroke. While searching Billy's chest, Jim and his mother find a map, the key to Captain Flint's buried treasure. Realizing its importance, Jim takes it to Dr. Livesey and Squire Trelawney, two local gentlemen. Excited by the prospect of adventure, Trelawney arranges for a voyage to recover the treasure. Squire Trelawney hires a ship, the Hispaniola, and recruits a crew, including a one-legged cook named Long John Silver, who seems friendly and charismatic. However, unknown to Trelawney and Livesey, Silver is actually a cunning pirate who once served under Captain Flint. He secretly gathers a group of Flint's old crew to take over the ship once the treasure is found. As the voyage begins, Jim befriends Silver and is charmed by his kindness. However, he overhears a secret conversation between Silver and his men, discovering their plan to mutiny and steal the treasure. Jim warns Captain Smollett, Dr. Livesey, and Squire Trelawney, and they quietly prepare to defend themselves when the time comes. When the Hispaniola reaches Treasure Island, Silver and his men pretend to remain loyal while plotting their takeover. As the crew explores the island, Jim sneaks away and encounters Ben Gunn, a marooned sailor who was abandoned by Flint's men years earlier. Ben Gunn, having survived alone on the island, knows the treasure's location and agrees to help Jim and his friends in exchange for a pardon. Meanwhile, the pirates openly rebel and a battle breaks out between Silver's men and Captain Smollett's loyal crew. The Loyalists retreat to a fortified stockade on the island, where they hold off the pirates' attacks. Determined to help, Jim sneaks out of the stockade at night and discovers the Hispaniola anchored offshore. He bravely boards the ship and manages to cut it loose, causing it to drift away. In a dramatic confrontation, Jim fights and defeats the pirate Israel Hands, taking control of the ship and bringing it safely to shore. When Jim returns to the stockade, he is shocked to find that Long John Silver has taken over. However, Silver now faces a challenge. His pirate crew has turned against him, angry at their losses and lack of treasure. Silver, needing an ally, keeps Jim alive and forces him to join the treasure hunt. Guided by the map, Silver and the remaining pirates search for the treasure. However, when they reach the marked location, they find the treasure is gone. The furious pirates turn on Silver, but he and Jim are saved when Dr. Livesey, Ben Gunn, and the others ambush the mutineers. It turns out that Ben Gunn had secretly moved the treasure to a hidden cave years earlier. With the pirates defeated, Jim and his friends retrieve the treasure and prepare to leave the island. With the treasure safely aboard the Hispaniola, the survivors set sail for England. However, before they reach home, Long John Silver escapes, taking a small portion of the treasure with him. Despite everything, Jim cannot help but admire Silver's cunning nature. Back in England, Jim reflects on the adventure, vowing never to seek treasure again. The experience has transformed him from an innocent boy into a brave and resourceful young man. Adventure and coming of age. Jim's journey from an ordinary boy to a courageous hero is a classic coming-of-age story. Greed and betrayal. Many characters, including the pirates, are driven by greed, leading to betrayal and violence. Loyalty and bravery. The loyalty between Jim, Dr. Livesey, and Captain Smollett highlights the importance of trust and friendship. The complexity of morality. Long John Silver is a fascinating character, neither purely good nor evil. His actions are driven by self-interest, but he shows moments of kindness and cleverness. Treasure Island is one of the greatest adventure stories ever written, filled with danger, excitement, and unforgettable characters. Jim Hawkins' thrilling quest for treasure, his encounters with cunning pirates, and his ultimate growth into a hero make this novel a timeless classic for readers of all ages. That's it for today's summary on Books in Brief. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more book summaries. And if you have any book suggestions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Books in Brief.